Fox News alert. In the last 5 minutes, President Trump tweeted, weighing in on the Jussie Smollett case. He wrote, FBI and Department of Justice to review the outrageous Jussie Smollett case in Chicago. It is an embarrassment to our nation.
Our next guest says he's never seen a case like this in his 44 years as a judge or in his career. Here to explain is Fox News senior judicial analyst and host of Liberty File on Fox Nation is Judge Andrew Napolitano.
Now, where did that 44 number come from?
Did
Kilmeade make that up?
I saved you. I said you got into law 12.
Hey, can we redo that open? Can we just put in, let's just put in lengthy.
All right. The president is 100% correct. A, it is a national embarrassment. And B, because it involves law enforcement and potential corruption. I don't mean cash in somebody's pocket. I mean doing something for the wrong reason as a political favor. That's an improper use of government authority, and it needs to be investigated. So I'm pretty sure that this is what President Trump is talking about. An FBI investigation into Smollett himself as to whether or not the mailing of the letter to himself, addressed to himself at the Fox studios, of all places, in Chicago, constituted an act of mail fraud, putting a deceptive instrument or a threat through the mail.
They were looking into that anyway.
Correct. Is that worthy of prosecution? But just as significantly, and this is what I believe the president alluded to, was it an act of corruption on the part of the prosecutor, who first said, I'm not in the case, and then said, I'm sort of back in, but don't tell anybody that I'm back in. This is absurd. Either you're in or you're out, and if you have a conflict, you have to get out. Was that an act of corruption? And if so, was anybody's civil rights violated by it? So those are what I think are the two areas the FBI will focus on.
Well, Cook County State's Attorney Kim Foxx said she never would have, apparently she would never have gotten involved if she knew Smollett would be a suspect, not a victim, because at the victim stage, that's when she was involved with the family, apparently.
You know, I don't know what her involvement is, but when someone comes to you, if I was about to sentence somebody, and somebody that I really knew and liked and respected came to me and said, hey, you should give that person a break, what's the right thing for me to do?
You get out of there.
Get off the case. Don't say publicly why, just totally get off the case. Don't slowly walk back in, just get off the case. Because cases not only must be just, they must appear to be just.
What if they find out when DOJ and the FBI, and they do uncover something, and they do realize that maybe he was involved in all of this, and he did do all of this? Can he be recharged?
No.
He can't be, right?
He can't. He is home free.
But the officials could be.
Yes. He can be charged for the mail aspect of by the feds, and it won't have this outcome.
Here's what Fox said yesterday. If the public's upset about the outcome of this case, it's because they don't understand the law.
I think what she means is they don't understand the corruption in the Chicago system, where the prosecutors, she's not going to say that, prosecutors and judges run for office and they solicit campaign funds from the lawyers that appear before them.
Does this happen often and we just don't know about it?
Yes.
Because it's not
I'm going to suggest to you that this is not the first time and not the last. That happens in a lot of states where the judges and the prosecutors are popularly elected. We know about this case because Jussie is a celebrity.
If the mayor is a politician, doesn't gain from this, if the police chief doesn't gain for this, if the public doesn't gain for this, who's the politician that gains from this?
I don't know. There are pieces of the puzzle we don't yet understand. All of this is below the radar screen. Somebody wants something, and so they did a favor for somebody else. And I can't fill in the blanks yet, but I think it's going to come out.
But
this expungement? This allows him to answer under oath truthfully that he was never arrested and never charged, even though the whole country knows that he was.
Unbelievable.
Because they cleaned his record?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes.
Thanks, Judge.
All the best. 44 years,
Lengthy.
Brian.
He had a lengthy career. It's still going on.
He's an expert.